right, this is one of my all-time favorite little routines for all my jaw patients, anyone who has like tightness through your neck, especially at the base of your skull. All of this area we use in acupuncture to help release what happens in the jaw and these muscles, this temporalis muscle, your occipital muscles. So if you have a foam roller, that's going to be great. I have a little handy dandy small one, but any size will do. And you can also use a block. Probably less people have a block, but you can use a block if you have one. And this is going to be really simple. So let's get started. You're going to come down onto your back and just take this foam roller right at the base of your skull. And you'll have to kind of feel out the good spot for you. And you don't want to push too hard down into the foam roller, but you do want to get really heavy and just kind of let the weight of the head do the work for you. So just close your eyes here. Take a couple deep breaths. And then just start to turn your head a little to the left. We're going to work on the left side first. You might kind of find the ropey area. There's like a kind of a ropey muscle that comes in, and you can just kind of rock a little back and forth on the muscle. You can also just hold. And then another thing that sometimes feels good is to take your nose and make like little circles with your nose. So you're kind of rolling out the base of the skull. Good. And then you can also take your head and kind of go yes, no, just teeny little nods. And again, you have to keep kind of moving your head to find the spot that feels good for you. It's going to be different for everybody. And you want to be like, you should feel it right in your neck, but at the very like top of your neck. So not quite in the skull. Yeah, and you'll find it, I think. Feels really good. All right, so you're going to hold this and do this one as long as you like. I'm going to move sort of quickly through this video to help you get through it, but it should be something you come back to and something you just kind of do on your own, and you can find the spots that feel good and give yourself a little release, like on a daily basis is going to be the best. All right, now we're going to turn onto your side. And I'm going to take this foam roller and I'm going to go right behind the ear. So there's this extra point here called on me on. I've probably done it on you if you're doing this video. And it's kind of, I don't know if you can see, but it's like right, here's the base of my ear, and then I'm just going to go right over. So we want to get into that spot. And you might, if you're wearing earrings, you might have to take them off, and you might have to kind of lift your earlobe up a little. And then you can rock a little forward and back to just kind of find that spot. Good. And you're going to hold there. Find something that feels really good. And again, you can kind of not make tiny little nodding motions up and down with your head. Or just kind of back and forth, like your nose is drawing a line across the ceiling. Back and forth. And you could try doing little circles. Good. And sometimes I just want to hold too, or go really slow, gentle movements. All right, so that's the spot behind the ear. Now we're going to come up onto the skull, and this is your temporalis muscle. So there's the top of your ear right here, and then you're just going to go back a little bit. So it's kind of this whole area. I don't know if you could see that. So I'm going to find the top of my ear and then just go back behind it a little. And then here I'm just going to roll it out back and forth. Again, you have to play with finding the right place for you. This should feel really good. It usually does, on me anyways. And surprisingly, this muscle is a big part of the jaw. So if you have jaw tension, this muscle will probably be tight. Yeah, okay, so that gives you a sense. You're going to roll out that one for as long as you like. That's one of my favorites. I often do spend the most time there. The next spot is actually on the jaw. So you have your cheekbone that comes across right here, and you're gonna go just under that and put the foam roller right in that spot. Good. And for this one, you might just want to close your eyes and hang out. You can try going back and forth a little bit. Might just close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths. You can try nodding your head up and down, front to back. Good, and then that's pretty much it. So you're gonna go to the other side. There's one more thing I like to do sometimes, which is my neck. So instead of getting right at the base of the skull before switching sides, you can move that foam roller down a little bit so it's kind of like in the arc of your neck. And then just take your head side to side, really slow. And if you find a good spot that you want to hang out, just kind of lean back down into the foam roller and let the weight of the head do the work. You don't want to push. I know that can feel kind of good, but then you're engaging the muscles and it's just going to be trickier to get them to release. All right, so you can stop the video here. I am going to take you through the second side, but if you feel like you've got it, you can do it on your own. All right, so for the second side, I'm going to switch over to the right side. So first, just take the foam roller to that spot behind the base of the ear. We call this one an mian. It means restful sleep. I actually love this point because I grew up with chickens, and if you massage right behind their ear, they close their eyes and kind of go to sleep in your hands. So I always remember this point as a sleep point, which it is. You're going to find that spot and just kind of see if you can get something good to release. So it's right behind the ear, still at the base of the skull. So we're not on the skull, we're just below it. You can nod up and down. You can go front to back. And then you can find the spot and take little circles with your nose. Always feels weird, but just focus on the sensations in the muscles there. Good. Okay, then we're moving up to the temporalis muscle. So this is, find the tip of your ear and then go back a little bit. And then just explore back there and find that part of your skull. Sometimes, honestly, it's even forward. Like you can feel something maybe even forward. So if that's where you need it, that's definitely a jaw area too. And one side might feel different from the other. So I like to go back and forth here, but again, you can go up and down. And you can find something tender and then like make little circles with your nose. Okay, and then we have one more, which is your jaw, just below your cheekbone. I'm going to take that foam roller, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. You can try, if you want, to move the head up and down, little nods with the head, or back and forth, just below the cheekbone. Good, and again, I went pretty fast through this, so please take your time when you're doing this on your own. For the last one, you're just going to come back to the base of your skull here, and just go slowly one more time through those muscles that attach the neck to the head. And you can tip the head up to get a little different area, and then tuck the chin to get a different area. The slower the better, really. But if you're short on time, anything is good. right. Thank you, and I hope it helps. See you soon.